There's a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Good morning. This is Fred Mitchell, Chair of the Progressive Liberal Party, Minister for the Foreign Service, MP for Fox Hill. Today is Friday. It's the 7th of February, 2025. When I spoke on Wednesday, there was an error in what I said, and I said that Marvin Dames, the former National Security Minister, was condemned by the courts in the Shane Gibson case. In fact, it was the case of former Senator Frank Smith. But the point stands. Marvin Dames was condemned by the courts for his actions as a minister, and for that he has no moral authority to speak on any matter of public policy. Further, he has to explain the cost of the $17 million drones, which most people say turned out to be useless. Each day we wake up, there is another set of silliness to contradict in the press and social media. Early in the week, as a result of an inaccurate list provided of contractors and providers published through the auspices of the F&M and its leadership in Parliament, every dog, puss, and their brother and sister were pointing fingers at one another about who got what contract and how many and why you and not me. It seems not one person asked the pointed question, is it true? It's in the F&M's interest to spread confusion. It's in the PLP's interest and those of goodwill that we should stick to the facts. And the facts are that the F&M has this fascination with moral rectitude, although they are the most corrupt and morally incorrect political party in our history, but for the racist UBP. They argue for Fiscal Responsibility Act and the Procurement Act to prove their moral rectitude, but in practice they are experts at cronyism, curry favoring, and taking care of their friends, the Arawak port deal being one of the most obvious. PLP wants people who have never had a chance to get a chance, and the Procurement Act provides for that, except that there's this provision about putting people's names in the open, talking about transparency, but that's a security risk. The Procurement Act by the F&M is so designed that their rich friends in the F&M will always get government business if there's no affirmative action. So to PLPs and people of goodwill, I say, when you see lists going around, ask yourself the poignant question, is it true? And you know if it comes from the F&M, the presumption is that it's false. So now we turn to the press statement by the Deputy Leader of the Free National Movement, crying wolf, acting the part of Chicken Little, saying the sky is falling, taking up a posting by the leader of one of the reps of the disciplined forces, emphasis on discipline, and whether political statements are appropriate from that quarter, but that's another story. But the Deputy Leader claimed to be concerned that the insurance from the police was not paid and the government was in a default of its obligations. In commercial transactions, it's often this, you say 10, I say 5. But again, the question always is, was there a default in the insurance? Did anyone not get service? And if not, what is the purpose of a public statement by an opposition politician, the deputy leader no less, to spread mischief, and in this particular case, cause our own supporters to ask of him, to ask the authorities uncomfortable questions like who, what, where, when, and why about him? The police minister says the story about the insurance is not so. God bless you. God bless the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, across the country today. It's PLP all the way.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Honorable Minister Fred Mitchell, Minute by Minute, coming to you every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Do enjoy your day.
Well, it's not far back to Santa, at least it's not from me. And if the wind is right, you can sail away. Find serenity. Oh, the canvas can do miracles.